Yaadman, 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 Yaadman.
Now we're going to transition people. And so, like, I think this is a very contentious topic in the media, in the NBA basketball sphere. And it's about what we as audience members, we as the fans, what they deem that we like and what we love, which is scoring.
Yeah, I
We
do.
love buckets. We love buckets. We love to see high scoring games. That's what the
Right.
NBA is saying and has been saying for years, and that's why they've made numerous changes to the rules, to laws, to enhance the viewing experience. One can say. Um,
Yeah.
but my question to my panel is: do you think the NBA has a scoring problem? Is there too much scoring in the NBA right now?
Yeah,
Trees,
I think. Oh yeah, let trees go.
Oh yeah,
talk to me.
so I'll kick it off. Um, well, as you say, it's meant to make the game more entertaining, and I feel like it definitely has been doing that because people love to see some outrageous gameplay where Luka Doncic will have 70 points with a triple double or something. You get me? Insane statistics that is like, oh my god, this is historic, and we're living in this time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, it's
Yeah.
certain moments they want to create by allowing the rules to kind of laxical and just kind of make the game more fast paced and enhance like the viewing experience, as you said before. So
Right.
I think that's one of the main intents. Definitely, I agree. And but it kind of disrupt the players' motion because they know something is like excessive or but they just have to adapt or they might know a couple steps extra that's excessive, or we just allowing that, or certain calls that they make is like, really, you know. So I can understand how it mess with the players. Um, Certain things that they do, some of these rules, you know, but you know, I think so in that way it kind of mess with the fundamentals of the game because you're allowing certain things that's like, yo, that's a no. Um, the way how people view basketball now is like, oh, is that okay now to just make 5 steps or whatever? You know, so it's like what is basketball, you know? But
Mm.
but it definitely entertaining to see these amazing players scoring the ball and averaging 45% from three and all kind of crazy stuff. So
So let me move on to Mello. Mello, tell me how you feel. I know, people, we talk
Yeah.
basketball. We have this show because we all talk NBA basketball, and I know Mello have an issue with the scoring. So Mello, talk to the people, man. Don't hold it in no more.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now
We run.
for sure, cause it's not just me, people. It's like apparently other viewers too. Like apparently the NBA's ratings are somehow down.
oh really?
Um,
So it's
yeah,
not so people actually.
people actually tuning out. And to me, honestly, like viewing the NBA over the last couple years, I found myself falling asleep more in games than I would before. I don't know if maybe I'm getting old, right?
So those
That
rules
could
don't
be the
actually be
thing.
rolling. They're not making the game more entertaining. That's what you're saying.
I think you get to a point where you start to have diminishing returns, right? So it's like you're scoring so much and scoring becomes so much easier that it become a point where a basket no longer as entertaining as it used to be. Cause you're just scoring like that. And just for run through, I guess some of those rules that you mentioned being changed that um kind of make the play more in favor of offense and stuff. 2005 hand checking is strictly forbidden. So now, if you can't really handle the ball that good, you know what I mean, you're getting away with, sizing up and putting on your moves and stuff, shaking people up. if these guys played before 2005, many of them probably would be getting the ball stripped. And particularly Steph Curry is somebody I think about with regard to this call. Thinking about the finals, certain high pressure situations, I've seen Steph Curry slip up, make bad passes with the ball pressure on him. So it really made me wonder, like, if he was in those times when the ball pressure was even more, would he even be able to get his shot off the same way that we see him do today, right? So let me tell you, in 2005, when that happened, the league average in oh well, the league average in '04 before it happened was 93.4 points per game, and then after it happened, it went up by 3 points to 97.2 points per game in '05 after they banned hand checking. So instantly there's an effect with that, right?
Mhm.
Another rule change, not really a rule change, but how the game is officiated, that kind of changed between the 90s to now is like continuation. So you go into the basket and you get a foul, you already picked up your dribble, you put up the shot and you score. Nowadays it's a and one and you shoot a free throw. Back in Jordan time, 90s, it was 50-50. Sometimes they would have giving you the and one. Sometimes you'd have been shooting two free throws, even though you had already picked up the ball, right? Also, you have to look at stuff like the gather step, and I definitely think we have to do a video on that. Because you've seen some outrageous footwork nowadays, some of it looking like travels. I mean, James Harden have the double step back. Harden is my boy, and he's the one who pushed the boundaries a lot on this that probably get it to this point. So the gather step get very confusing. You don't know. It's very hard to time when a player actually gathered the ball. And interpreting when a player gathered the ball is very difficult. So a lot of times guys getting away with an extra step or two. So guys are taking even four steps sometime. It getting crazy. What else? And even in general, I guess physicality on the perimeter. In general, they try to officiate the game in a way by they don't want people limiting player movement is the verbiage I've heard. So they want the
Right.
players to be able to move freely around the court. So off the ball as well, the defense can't really hit you the same and stuff like that. It can be an off the ball foul and all kind of stuff. Flopping increased as well. So people selling plays to get free throws and stuff, and it get really tricky. And I mean, as you said, open trees. When Lucas scored 73 the other day, Embiid had scored 70, I think, the same week. Like two other guys had scored in the 60s. Some
Mhm.
unprecedented stuff, and the league
Yeah, yeah,
average
no, it was
point.
a high.
Hmm.
It's a, you know what I mean? It's a sequence of high scoring games that was pretty amazing. You know, players was putting up some ill points.
Yeah,
So
So big up themselves today.
so I am going to, be on the opposite side of the fence to this, right? Because I
yeah.
hear everything, my boys them I say. But think we're overreacting. The game is not something that is stable. All sports change and they undergo, a metamorphosis of some sort. You see me? There's always development that happens within games, and basketball is no different. Talking about fouls and hand checking, if you don't remember, everybody watched The Last Dance, Michael Jordan documentary. And it goes through
Hmm.
the fact that when they were playing the Detroit Bad Boys, the man was getting hacked all the time to the point
Right.
where the league had to change it because the league was saying to themselves that we can't just allow this guy getting constantly hit there, and not getting anything for it, not getting the foul calls, not getting the scoring, it's stopping the excitement of the game. I think that is part of the reason for the hand checking rule. The continuation is something that changed for the league, but I think it's also recently changed where in the past, when you got fouled, when you were starting your two steps, you would still get the and one. No, you don't get the and one when you if you're taking the two steps. Sometimes they still don't give you, even when you're in shooting motion. No, I see them not giving you the same continuation they used to a few years ago. the primary thing that we're forgetting, or we haven't made a point on, is that the league is changing constantly. And one of the big changes we had is the 3-point line. And the emphasis on shooting threes in the league has gone up drastically. Just to show you, the last time that we in the league had less than that, the league as a whole averaged less than 100 points was in 2012 and 2013. That's the last time that we averaged less than 100 points. And at that point, we're averaging 20.3 3-point shooting attempts per game. 20.3. No, we average 34 3-point shot attempts per game. That's already 12 shots, more than 14 shots, right? 14 times 3, that's a lot. 42. So that's already 42 more points, bro. Like, whoa, you see what I'm saying is that we're talking about the scoring and the high scores, but the game has changed. More emphasis on threes because of people getting more skill. We have better shooters and all of these things. So to me, I don't think the competitive nature has gone anywhere. The game is just different. Like, teams are trying to win games, so there's more emphasis on shooting threes because the skill is there to make them, and it is one extra possession, 1 point every possession. So to me, that's part of the reason why we have this scoring. It's not really an issue.
I definitely said the 3-point shooting contribute heavily. The increase in 3-point shooting, the Steph Curry effect, the Damian Lillard effect, the that impact and influence that these players, these current great, like some of the greatest of our generation players are having this influence on everybody playing basketball.
The idea of having
going forward, 3-point shooting is the key right now. It's like if you now say 3-point and stepping beyond Trae Young and them where them shoot
and the
from.
funny thing, what I talked to Mello, What I talked to Mello, one of Mello's favorite players, is Harden. Blame Harden. Blame Harden.
Yeah, they even mention Harden.
Blame Harden for his creativity. These players understand the game and they study the game. They've learned how to modify the game to get the best advantage. Harden was killing people with the free throws, and it's him change the free throw rules. Because every time Harden was getting free throws and getting buckets, and they're like, "Yo, we have to stop this. I'm just too smart and figure out the game." And then the man say, "Yo, let me show you this thing. Let me show you this step back." And every man have a step back in them Arsenal. If you're not a step back as a guard, you're not a guard. You're not a basketball player. You have to have a step back to get separation now. And that's that's the creativity that NBA players now have. Them back then never have them dribble moves, bro. They never even fathom that these things were possible, that they weren't troubles.
Well, no, I have to pull back on that.
Them not even did a visa for do no Euro step. Them man they back then ain't a visa for no Euro.
No, well, that's what I'm saying though. The rules at that time, they would have called a travel on you for doing a Euro step. Cause even how they call travels is changed. How your ability to handle the ball coming from even the 90s. Cause I'm not trying to say, I understand that the league and players evolve and stuff, but more it's about the officiating and the actual rules and how the rules are enforced in the game. That my real issue is. There's some free promo for the Thinking Basketball channel. They're a big inspiration to me as well. They have a video how the NBA continues to make scoring easier. I'd recommend anybody to watch that. You'll learn a lot about some of the stuff I'm trying to bring across. But yeah, I definitely agree. And that was something I never really thought about, is when it comes to the 3-point shooting, that players definitely shooting more threes, and that game bump up the point per game. But at the same time, I'd still think about the freedom of movement and how you're able to get free to shoot that three, and how people are able to shoot off the dribble. You wouldn't shoot that shot off the dribble for three when there's hand checking. You just simply wouldn't. So it's a bunch of things all coming together. But to me, overall, I guess the ultimate question would be, is the product better? Is it actually more entertaining? Or, as I think the peak of it in terms of entertainment in the NBA was around the 2016, 2017 time. And then I think it actually start to go down in terms of entertainment value post, 2017, I think. I think after Harden completely blow it open with the manipulation of the gather step and how Harden was able to manipulate the foul calls, hooking the defender arm and so forth. I think he brought a level of trickery to the game that, you know, rightfully the league needs to step in at this point and do certain things to make the defense stand a better chance. 'Cause I think the product is starting to lose quality. But I guess that would probably be a good way to seal up this topic from each of you guys is, do you think the quality of the product has decreased in terms of entertainment from the NBA? Yeah, trees.
I'll kick it. The product decrease.
Quality entertainment.
I think I used to like to see a little more competitiveness being allowed early on, 'cause the game just looked more rugged. But you have some. Let me tell you, I just really rate some of these players so much that I can't even say, oh, the game get less whatever, because like you kind of doing them a disservice when it comes to that, because they're putting in work. You have the Jamarans in the world. You have Luka Dunphy. You have Damian Lillard, KD, Kevin Book. You have Steph Curry, Chef Curry. Um, you have a whole heap of great players. Even LeBron still in the game now. AD. Like I don't want kind of, cause the game nice right now. The game nice right now. I'm enjoying the NBA right now. Like,
All right, cool. We'll probably seal this up soon. So let me hear you, Lee, on
Yeah,
this. Do
I
you think
mean,
the
honestly, in
quality?
terms of the quality of the game, has it deteriorated? In the words of one of my favorite young NBA players right now, hell
Yeah.
no, hell no, son. Hell no. The game is
Right.
as exciting as it was ever for me. I'm a
I'm cool, bro.
big
Yeah, I'm
fan of the
fucking.
game. To
I'm
me,
sorry.
it's
I'm
still as
rocking with it.
exciting. It's still as
All right.
exciting. Seeing Anthony Edwards do the shit him does, seeing Kyrie do the stuff he does, seeing Steph shoot from where him shoot. This is basketball to me. It's very exciting. I still
Yeah,
can get
kind of intense, like
aw-
kind of crazy.
awesome big men. I still have Joel Embiid there. That's like, still a big powerful big man. Still see great post moves. I still see great scorers. I still see some good defensive players as well. And I think I meant to just to end on this point is that yes,
Mhm.
the defense is it's harder to play defense, but you're allowed to play more defense in the playoffs, and that's when it's more competitive in the playoffs. And that was to your Steph Curry point. While we see him in clutch moments losing the ball and stuff like that, referees let them play more. The referees make you play
Okay.
more, and you're able to play more defense. You're able to get under your opponent more, and kind of push them around a little bit. So I think there's still defense in the game. The game is still them still trying to balance it out. As you said, they give stuff to the offense, but they will take it away when them see it getting
All
abused.
time.
So
Right. I think that's a good way for seal it, cause right now we've been about an hour, so it's been a good episode. All the viewers remember like, share, subscribe at Yard Hoops. You don't know.
can't lose.
Yeah.